Hello, Mike Aguilera here. I'm going to share with you a tip that will help you begin to see things around you that have always been there that'll help you understand some elements of different communication styles. And this is based on some people are very visual and they see images, they process information, they want to see images, they talk with words based on images. I see that, that looks good to me. And there are some people that are auditory, they're more sensitive to sounds. And there are people that are what's called kinesthetic, which is in feelings, into the sensations. And so I'll share with you the hand gestures, what you can look for that start to give you some indicators on if a person's very visual. And it's not as if they only need to see pictures to make decisions. It's just that will influence them. That'll help that process of understanding. And so if they're visual, auditory, or I'll just say feelings for kinesthetics. And there's more of this in my home study course, Connect with Anyone in 90 Seconds or Less, where I go into not only the hand gestures, but the way they move, the way they walk, their voice, the words they use, their eye movement, head movement. So there are other indicators you can pick up. This is one where you're just having a conversation with somebody, or you can even see this across the room, and you'll identify what they're doing with their hands and what that could represent. Because once you identify if they're very visual, and again, they're not just going to make a decision if they can see a picture or you explain things with pictures. They also need to hear things and get a good feeling about it. So they use all of them, but there's a dominant visual, auditory, kinesthetic, or feelings. And so visual person, if you want to influence, if they're visual, you just simply show them pictures or use visual words. Does this look good? Do you like what this looks like? Does this look good to you? Can you picture this? An auditory person uses auditory words, words based on sounds. Does this sound good to you? Let's talk about this. Does it click? And then kinesthetic is in feelings, the feeling person. How do you feel about this? You have a good sensation. And so now if you're using those words, they can process them and get a sense that you really understand them and influence them to hear your message, to get more yeses, or for them to open up to you and have great conversations that can lead into a mutual conversation of business or whatever it is. And so the gestures. A visual person will tend to use their hands to make pictures. So if you ask a visual person for direction somewhere, they will use their hands as if they have a map in front of them, and they'll use their hand to make it like their hand is a car. And so, and then also they're talking, you'll see them using their hands as if there's something in front of them. They're saying how it looks, or they're using their hands to illustrate something as if they're projecting an image in front of them. And so you can see this having a conversation with someone or just watching someone across the room. And so now that's one indicator that'll help you understand, okay, this person's very visual. An auditory person will tend to use their hands to create rhythm, like a music conductor. And so this is what I'm talking about. If my hand is moving in timing with my voice, and both of them, or back and forth, then it's an indicator that more than likely that person is very sensitive to sounds, auditory, using sound words to them, have conversations that sound of something. And the last one is the feelings, kinesthetic. A kinesthetic person's hands will tend to be feeling about rubbing their arms and maybe their face or their hands, how they feel about what is they're experiencing in conversation. And those are just some basic indicators. Again, as I mentioned, voice, words, the way they walk, eye movement, the eye gesture, the eye movement. So those are all will reinforce if they're very high level in one of those three categories. And this is just a doorway to help create a great conversation, because you'll be able to talk to them in a way that they can process and get a sense of, you understand me and I understand you. That's what you want, where you can present somebody some information and they get a sense of, boy, yeah, I understand what you're talking about. That makes sense. I picture it. It sounds good. It feels good to me. Visual, auditory, and feelings. And so if I'll share some more tips about this. This is just one I just wanted to share with you. And if you want to learn more, I have an online home study course, Connect with Anyone in 90 Seconds or Less, the instant rapport formula with video and audio and ebooks that will help unlock doorways of opportunity for you. So you avoid missing great conversations, great business opportunities, so you connect with more people, get more yeses, and subconsciously brand yourself as an industry expert, leader, advisor. because the way you communicate is sending out signals of perceptions about you. The way you talk, your voice, the words, the questions you ask, the words you use, like visual, auditory, kinesthetic words, they get a sense that, boy, this person knows what they're talking about. So all of that is sending signals of information. Subconsciously, you're influencing somebody. Subconsciously, you're selling. Subconsciously, you're branding yourself. So if you want to learn more about that, reach out to me. If you want to know more about my coaching program, you'll have to reach out to me and contact me, because I don't want to work with a small handful of people, and I want to make sure it's a good fit. I have to have a conversation with you about that, because I'll just leave it at that. And so I wish you great success. Visit my website if you have any more questions, or would like to get some information on my home study course to take your business, your career, your life and relationships to another level of journey of openness and understanding people, and also understanding yourself. Because if you understand that you're very visual or auditory or into feeling, then you'll understand why you're talking in a certain way. And now you can be flexible. But you need to know how to be flexible. And it's only the words you use, it's also the question you ask, the priming effect it'll create between the thought, your voice, words you want to avoid, and powerful words you want to use, the emotions you have around people. All of those are sending branding information, influence information subconsciously, where someone gets a good feeling about you, that intuition, or not. And so create good feelings around people and have great conversations, great business interactions, and I wish you great success. Thank you, and bye now.